Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Back in the Stop and Shops. Still doing more work out here. So I'm kind of seat of the pants today because I'm trying to get everything situated. Before I left, I'm way away from home now because after I do this live, I'm going to go pick up Joanna from the train station because she's coming home. We'll have a decent time live, just as always. But I'll be doing some work over here, and then I'll go pick up Joanna, and then she'll be live with us tonight. So we're a little bit later than I want to be by the time we're through with all this, but got to make sure I have time. So I was running behind, so I started going towards the direction of the train station so that I have more time to get there because now I'm closer to it. It's been quite a doozy this morning, so I'm a little flustered and I'm trying to calm myself down because we got a live to go. Good morning. You did the Dirty Mystery Shop. It's a breakfast mystery shop. Yeah, so good morning, Nisi. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Thurston. Good morning, Nikki. Hello, Chrissy. Hello, good morning, Sharon Lee. How is everybody doing today? Same SSDD for me. You guys can see I'm back in Stop and Shop. I've got the same project that I keep doing all the time, different location, but you know what? It pays the same no matter how much you do it. So it's a really easy project. That's why I like getting comfortable with specific ones, because you could just go walk into these stores and go on autopilot. You don't have to think about anything. Yeah, I'm exhausted too, Thurston. Absolutely. Running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And my kids are crawling up my butt about things they want to do, so I've got to situate everybody else's plans. I had to get somebody else a ride this morning. I'm just getting pulled in all directions. That's the nature of why we need the flexibility that we have with the income that we use. So, but if this is your first time here, or just passing through, whatever the case may be, Joanna and I are freelance merchandisers, so we're going to do a little bit of live. I'll show you what we're doing here. I'll answer any questions that you guys have about this line of work. Comments, questions, concerns. If you want to know about mobile gaming or cashback or the freelance merchandising stuff, I'll be answering questions before and after I do my project. And while I'm doing the work that I'm doing, some of the full-timers are there and able to answer your stuff as well. Gina Marie, happy to announce you've accumulated almost $300 doing field agent. You're pretty new, Gina, right? Pretty new. So Rocky, anywhere from 20 to 40 projects, varying from 5 to 25 minutes a piece. Just depends on your experience level, how quickly you can run through the apps, and how quickly you can learn. We usually try to treat $24 an hour as a baseline, and we usually hover well above that just because of productivity. We can get a lot done in a certain amount of time. But if you guys want to know about this line of work, anybody can do it without any experience. If you've worked retail once or twice, nothing's going to be above your head. Yeah, we haven't seen any of the water stockings near us, Tammy, so I haven't physically done that one. The only thing I've heard about that one is that that's on the higher end of intensity as far as work goes, just because you're lugging the 40 packs of water and stuff around, or the big jugs. So that's definitely on the higher end. That's certainly not the norm if we're talking about physical demand on these. Yeah, but if we could just a couple of orders of housekeeping is, as usual, the monetary, the meager live goal of 200 roses is up. This is not the type of live where I want to see galaxies or any type of wicked expensive gifts. We've been doing stuff on TikTok for free for 3 years. We do not make money off your gifts whatsoever. We're not in the creator fund, but complying with what TikTok is promoting just means that people see the content. So if you have some spare roses to give, that's all we're going to ask for. It's like that amounts to like $1.50 of real people money. So that's not what these lives are for. It's just to keep the wheels of the algorithm greased for us so people see the content. And of course, if you don't have roses to give, just give us the free stuff, the likes, the comments, the shares, that type of stuff. Just double tap that screen. Once we get to 5,000 likes, I'll get going on my project here. Why do field agent projects pop up the next time they look different hours later? So things do get updated semi-frequently. It just depends on what's out there. Sometimes things need to get altered. I'm not sure what specific instance you're talking about, but they do change things from time to time. You're welcome, Kaylee. Kaylee, sorry. we're going to get started in just a minute here because you guys are already on the like train. We don't need a ton to get started here, but hey, thanks for the live goal. Always coming through with the live goal. That's it. No more gifts. I don't want them. No thanks. We'll see you next time. That's all we do is the 200 roses, then we'll move on. But if you guys saw the last night's live, and I think I did one before, no, I didn't do that one, the other one. But last night's live, I'm going to do the same project that I did as last night's live. It's a really simple audit that I'm going to do at the front of the registers. I'll be using Moby. I'll answer any questions that we have about this line of work, how you can use these apps day to day, how you guys can get integrated with them. Just know everything we talk about on TikTok is free, including the apps that we use. No book, no course, nothing to buy or sell. Joanna and I have been doing this on TikTok for about 3 years, and you don't need to ever pay us anything. Everything is free in the profile with or without us. So anything that I'll be talking about today, I'll flip my phone around and I'm on the wrong profile, which is honestly just par for the course at this point. So everything we talk about is right here. Just click that link in the bio or go to joannalynofficial.com. It's all the same information. This is a whole collection of apps we have found over the years that can help you guys in your financial pursuits. So the merchandising apps, I've got a really quick Moby project that I can show you that's what I'm going to be doing up here. I'll also talk about the other two. If you guys want to know about some survey apps, some mobile gaming apps for cash in your spare time, if you guys want to know about cash, coupons, and discounts, lots of different ways to save money on the everyday purchases that we make, a couple of financial apps here and there, which are also optional. Everything is, pick and choose. Whatever you're interested in, grab some, then go back to the profile, watch the pinned videos in the Side Hustle playlist, and then come back and see us because we go live twice a day, most days, to answer your questions. Yeah, we don't love the iSpice. I can answer more questions about those after if you would like. But here we are on Moby. If you guys are ready to get started, let's go. So I'll pick up my project. We're at Stop and Shop. This is Eagle Eye Mission 2. This is an $8 project. 100 points is $1 on this app. So you just click View and load. Slowly load. You can do it, buddy. I believe in you. Yeah, start the mission. So again, this is a register audit. I'm going to go up to the front and I'm going to follow the instructions. So if this is your first time or your 1000th time, all you have to do is be patient and read the instructions. Just make sure that you're doing it right. Speed comes with practice. So this is a letter of authorization. I probably will not need this, but if somebody does say, hey, who are you? What the hell are you doing here? You can just show them the letter of authorization. They just have it provided for you in case you need it, but you can take a screenshot of it here and then you can show them on the phone if somebody asks. But most of the time, I'm not really approached by anybody. So I'm going to click OK. And this is a summary of what I'm going to be doing. I have to check at the traditional checkout and the self-checkout, and I also need to see if there's a self-checkout queue at this location. But I'll just be grabbing a couple of photos and answering questions about the products that are in these checkout lanes. So I'll click OK, and I'll follow the instructions. So it's going to ask me about traditional checkout first, and then I will go to self-checkout. Again, pictures, diagrams, instructions. It teaches you and tells you step by step what you're supposed to do. So if you can read, you're going to be just fine. Does this store have a traditional checkout section? Yes, it does. So it just has these ones. So how many of them are there? They are numbered from 1 to 9 because that 10th one is a self-checkout section. Oh, no, it's not. That's not self-checkout. So it is 10. It is 10 here. Okay, done. Moving on. How many traditional checkout registers are open? So I see 1, 2, and 3. 2, 4, and 6. So 3 of them are open. How many of them have candy anywhere at them? I'm gonna say all 10. Just, with reasonable certainty, I believe that's accurate. And sure enough, that is the case. Yep. And actually, I do need to go back because that is a self-checkout register. It doesn't say it on there, but that actually is. So I'm going to say 9, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to edit those answers because I said there was 10. There's actually 9 because that last terminal is a self-checkout. I'm going to say all 9. Moving on. Now, it wants 3 photos, and so I'm going to grab them as such. So the register side in these locations in Stop and Shop, it's going to be this pegboard. That's my register side. So they're going to want to see what's here. Then they're going to want to see what's across from the register here. And they're going to want to see what's above the conveyor belt right here. Okay. And now I'm just going to answer, I'm going to check off products as I find them. So is there any Orbit? Why, yes, there is. There's Orbit right there. Yes. There is no 5 gum. There is extra though. M&Ms are going to be on this side. We've got peanut and regular. We've also got Twix there. We've got Snickers right there. Skittles, they have littles and the regulars. No Starburst. I always have to double check because I usually don't see Starburst, but every once in a while they'll pop up. And then any other gum brands, chocolate brands, fruity candies, or salty snacks. You guys can see there's Pringles down here on the bottom. That counts as a salty snack. So I marked that down as such. Oops, did I just hit none of the above? Yeah, I did. I hit the wrong check. Did you see that? It undid all my stuff. So no 5, M&M, Twix, Snickers, Skittles, other. Salty snacks. There we go. I fixed it. Now, where is all the gum located? It's all above the conveyor belt, nowhere else. Next, where is the chocolate located? So the chocolate is only across from the register. And then the fruity confections is going to be on the pegboard right here. You see all the gummies and such. And you know what? I actually see the Reese's there, so I'm going to go back and edit that. I'm just going to say there is one product on the register side, and then there's across from the register and the register side for the fruity candies. And the salty snacks are going to be the Pringles down there across from the register. And this checkout is easy to navigate, clean and tidy, well organized. There are many open registers to choose from. In this day and age, if there's 3 registers open, I'm very pleased. So lines move quickly, and we're good to go. So now we're going to move on to self-checkout. So some locations might have 1 or more, or none. It's possible too, but this location only has 1. So I will say 1. If there was a self-checkout queue line, there would be one here, but right now there's just a cooler here. That's not actually the self-queue. That's not going to help us for the projects that we're doing right here, so there is no queue line present. If your location does, you're going to do the same thing that I just did over there for your queue line. But now, I'm just gonna wait for my turn to get inside of self-checkout, and I'm gonna take a photo of one of the self-checkout terminals and do exactly what I did over here. Answer the same questions about how many registers there are, how about all that stuff. So, I'm kind of moving fast deliberately because we're trying to show you step by step how easy these projects are, but at the same time, we're also trying to do them quickly so that you can see that it's reasonable to get this done in a very short amount of time, and you can do as many of these as you can get your hands on. But this is an example of a really easy project on Moby. These projects pay anywhere from $5 to $25 a piece across all 3 of the apps that we use, which are Survey Merchandiser, Field Agent, and Moby. And they can take as few as 5 minutes or less. They can take, up to 20 minutes for some of the longer audits. But on the whole, all we're doing is supplying pictures and information about products inside stores and maybe some associated retail tasks that are necessary with specific projects. So I'm just buying my time, waiting for my shot at self-checkout. I'll grab my photo and I'll answer the questions about the products on the shelf and we'll move on. But I'm more than halfway done with this project. Okay. Just wait for my shot. Technically speaking, I can go to the closed one, but it's not a big deal. So I'm going to grab my photo of my self-checkout register. So they want the whole photo of the entire terminal. Moving on. Next. So same thing that I just did. Is there a permanent fixture at or near? Yep, it's entirely attached. This is how all Stop and Shops are in my area. At register, within reach. So they don't have any Orbit. They don't have any 5, but they do have some extra right there. There's M&Ms. There's no Twix.
Thank you for shopping at Stop and Shop.
There's no Snickers either. Wow, that's odd. Usually there are Snickers in these locations, but not at this one. And then no Skittles, no Starburst, no Altoid mints. Nope. But there are other gums, other chocolates, other fruity confections, other mints, and no salty snacks. And there are how many? So it goes from 11 to 18, which is 8 registers plus the one self-checkout, which is 9. How many of them have permanent fixtures? All 9 of them. How many of them have candy? All 9 of them. All right, so this layout right here is considered a bullpen. If you can walk straight through your self-checkout and have registers on either side, that's considered a valley. Every other layout is considered a bullpen. So I will select this as a bullpen. And now I just need 2 photos of the self-checkout area. So all I got to do is go like this and then grab it from another direction. And we will be just about done over here. So I'll grab it from here. There we go. And then the last thing they want is 2 photos. One is at the front of the racetrack. So ideally what I try to do is get to one of the corners of the register section and try to get a wide angle photo of both some traditional checkout as well as the self-checkout, just so they can get it as a point of reference. But they understand you can't fit the entire front of the store in one shot. So if I come over here, I grab it like this, you can actually see that the self-checkout sign is up there. So, again, they can't see where I am. So my pictures count as to like what I'm doing. They can see what I'm doing here. And the last step is taking a picture of the front of the store. The only thing I can't do is go outside right now because I don't have service in this parking lot. I'm very far from home. And I don't have the ability to go outside without messing the live connectivity up. So the last step is always just taking a picture of the front of the stores just so they can see I am where I say I am. No 2 stores are exactly the same. And that's the last step. So when I'm done with this project, all I have to do is upload it and I'll get paid $8 in a couple of days just for doing a really simple register audit at this location. So again, kind of went fast on purpose, but I explained as much as I could because these are very simple apps. So the app that I used is called Mobi. You can get Mobi from the profile. It's free to use. We have been using Mobi for at least 2 years. I mean, I think it might be a little bit longer than that, but we didn't have it originally when we first started on TikTok. But the 3 merchandising apps are all itemized as such. If you click the link in the bio and go to joannalynofficial.com, that's the link that's in the bio. There are 3 of them. We use Survey Merchandiser, Field Agent, and Mobi. We are freelance merchandisers, and that just means that we get paid to go inside of stores and upload retail projects like what I was just showing you guys, to get context about specific sections inside of stores or specific products and brands inside of stores. So sometimes it's just like a quality assurance thing. They want to make sure that everything looks neat and orderly. Maybe there's a shipping discrepancy. Product is supposed to be there and isn't. It could have just been a shelving error. There are things that we can edit after the fact, like if there's a pricing change that needs to be edited, if there's a promotional sale going on, if there's coupons associated. It could be any number of things that happen behind the scenes in retail. That's usually our purview. So you're always going to be supplying pictures and information about stuff, and then you might have a variety of retail tasks that you might need to do. You might stock stuff. You might talk to a manager. You might put coupons on things. It's really simple work that anybody can do without any experience. So if any of that sounds good, all the apps are for free in the profile, and you can download them, create accounts, and start working today. Once your accounts get approved, start working. So obviously the big one is cash. How much do you get, payouts. So Mobi's the only funky one because that one pays in gift cards, and those are digital through your email, but they have Target, Walmart, Amazon, and Visa. The other 2 that we use, Survey Merchandiser and Field Agent, those both pay direct deposit. So you just need a bank account of choice. If you want to keep funds separate, if you don't want to use your regular bank account, you are more than welcome to have a fresh checking account. Whatever makes you feel good to stay secure doing what you're doing. But we just use our regular bank account. We've never had any issues with it. Field Agent also gives the option of cashing out via PayPal, and Survey Merchandiser also gives you an option of a prepaid debit card. If you'd rather just get all of your earnings on a prepaid debit card, you can do that too. That's awesome, Bert. Good to hear. Yeah, so that rating system is actually fairly new. They've been shuffling some things at their company, but yes, generally speaking, the difference between like a 3 and a 4-star isn't too much, but generally speaking, the more you do, the more work, the more productive you are, the easier it gets, and the better opportunities that you get offered on a regular basis. So ideally, you would never make a mistake ever, but like if you make mistakes, it's okay. They want you to go back and fix it. You can learn from that. The only time you're really going to kill your rating is if you start taking work and then blowing stuff off. That's not going to make any boss happy. But so this is all independent contract work. So we work for ourselves. I'm not on the clock right now. I came out here because I wanted to do the live demo for you guys. And then from here, I have to go pick Joanna up at the train station because she's coming back from New York City. She was on a business trip, just a couple days, not too long. And I can pick this up in an hour. I can pick this up in 3 hours. I can be done for the day. It doesn't matter. Or I can just put my nose to the grindstone and work as much as I possibly can. So if you are somebody that is either hesitant about leaving where you are, or you just don't, you're not sure about what to do, like none of these apps are going to require time that you don't have to give. It is totally flexible to your time and your schedule. So we encourage you guys to stress test these apps. Make it work for you. You have to go back on 3G. Yeah, and again, going back and fixing things is not the end of the world. Your job is still going to be there. You're learning from your mistakes. You probably won't repeat the same mistake twice, and it's just a learning curve. All of this stuff is brand new. If you're brand new to this, you don't need any specialized marketing degree. You don't need to do product research. All you are a point of contact, a first-person contact on behalf of some brand that just can't afford to spend thousands of dollars or millions of dollars a year paying for thousands of reps to go across every store that sells their product. Not every company has those resources. So they rely on freelance merchandisers like us to go solve some problems, gather some information, just so that they can rest assured that their product is where it's supposed to be and is getting a fair shake with that retailer. That's all we're doing. Yeah, Katie, I tried to do it today. I didn't get it in time to where it actually gave it to me immediately because we had some other stuff on the back burner. That was originally what I was going to do today. The allergy audit looks extremely easy, and we'll probably be doing some of those in due time. But yeah, so we mostly work with food and beverage products, so it's going to be a lot of grocery stores near you, mostly the regional ones. But then we also do some stuff in Target and Walmart, like the conglomerates. We do some stuff in the wholesaler clubs, BJ's, Costco's, Sam's. There's some mom and pops on here too. It really just depends on what's near you and what's participating in these contracts. But we also do work inside of hardware stores like Home Depot and Lowe's, Ace Hardware, some of the local ones there too. We do pharmacies like Walgreens, and when Rite Aid was a thing, that's gone now, CVS, and along those lines. Basically anywhere products are sold, even pet stores, gas stations, plenty of things. So all the apps that we use, the merchandising apps, they all work on your location services on your phone. So all you need to have is your location services turned on, and it will find work near you. And you can just pick through a bunch of contracts, accept and decline. You can just start messing with this in your time off, on your days off, when you're on your way to or from work, whenever you have time. And then you can start ramping this up or scaling it back because you're in charge of your schedule. I tried to do the checkout one yesterday with Moby. Had me the team to take the same picture, FO, 4 times. The one that I just did. Because I didn't have to repeat any of my shots. It might be, unless it's something a little bit different, but the one that I just did, the eagle eye, I didn't have to repeat any of my photos. The only thing I had to do was take 2 different angles of self-checkout. What's up, Drummer Sky? Come on now. Yeah, Green Eye Blonde, I'm in the process of diagnosing how I'm supposed to be able to, because I've heard from some people that I can override it, but as far as how to actually do that, I'm not sure. So I'm waiting to hear back from Discord support on that too. So anybody that has emailed me about issues of getting inside the Discord, I have not forgotten about you. I'm just waiting back on a response from them to see if I can actually get some headway without trying to just investigatively find it myself. This is new for me too as well. I've done some online community moderation before in some capacities, but this one is mine and mine alone, and so I don't know all the ins and outs of the technical ways to do that stuff, but I am currently working on it. Chirpy chirp, what are you doing wrong? I'm not sure what you're doing wrong. Field agent, the allergy and pain medication audit is the name of it. That's on Survey Merchandiser. But yeah, we encourage you to use all these apps simultaneously because you're allowed to. And when you do that, if you can juggle a few apps at a time, What you're trying to do is you're trying to find clusters of jobs around you. A lot of times you can double or triple up projects inside of one location just for maximum efficiency, or maybe you have a couple of stores within 5 miles of one another. Maybe they're all in one line on your way to or from work. So it's almost like you have a delivery route or a paper route. Sometimes you actually are assigned a full route. That's usually on Survey Merchandiser, and they'll give you a pre-strung list of projects that you can just do all in a straight line, and you can just work it out as far as you want to go. But each one of these, again, you want to get to a point. If you're new, like, you may not be making great money just because you're brand new, and not only are you learning new work, but you have to navigate the apps. Each one of them has subtle intricacies and little quirks about them, and truth be told, some of them have glitches from time to time. But as you get better, you're trying to get to a point where you can get these projects done in about 15 minutes or less. If you can get to that point, if you just, with enough practice, enough rote rehearsal to where you can get to that point, that's where you want to be. Because even the projects that I just did, if I was by myself without explaining it to you, I would have been out of here in under 5 minutes, which means I can just move on to the next spot. So I can feasibly complete anywhere from 20 to 40 of these a day, depending on how much, which projects I'm doing and how long they take per store. And that's including travel time. We make great money doing this if you can work quickly. But it's not a requirement either. Lifepack turns on the do not disturb. That's right. Yeah. But, yeah, the iSpies are not our favorite thing. So those are exclusive to Field Agent. Those are not audits. So what I just did was an example of an audit. The iSpies, there's always a whole bunch of them. But the thing with an iSpy is that they only want you to find products with a limited amount of information. An audit base, I can walk inside and I'm going to get paid no matter what. I'm just presenting the facts, how things are laid out in that store. I find all my necessary information, supply my pictures, and I'm done. The iSpies, there's no guarantee what you're looking for is going to be there. And if you don't find it, you don't get paid. So it's not that they don't work, it's just they're inconsistent. If you want to try iSpies, you can, because they do work when you find what you're looking for. All you have to do is match the UPC code with the product that's given on the iSpy. And it might give you some suggestions as to where that product might be, what section, what store, and you can find it in any store. It doesn't have to be where it originates from. But if you do find that product, all you have to do is take 6 to 8 photos of it and describe it, and you'll get paid a minimum of $5 for doing that. But we recommend that you try those while you're already out. If you just go set off to do iSpies, it's going to be a bad time because they're just inconsistent. Yes, Coach Rickman, yes. So we do not speak to you guys on Telegram or WhatsApp or Insta or Facebook or TikTok or anywhere like that. The only social media that we speak to you guys on is if you subscribe to our Discord channel. There's a lot of spam profiles. We are trying to get TikTok to take them down permanently, but unfortunately, until we can get them to do that, the only thing we can tell you is just, it's not us. Make sure you pay attention to who you're following. Don't speak to people on messaging services that you don't know. And this is Joanna's profile. She's got 2.5 million followers. These spam accounts do not have that. Yeah. So a waitlist usually just means it's essentially a virtual queue. You are in line for, as people ahead of you maybe accept or decline the project. Or maybe they only need a certain number of responses for that. So you can't always count on waitlists, but just pay attention to your waitlist, because a lot of times in some cases you will float to the top of the queue, and then all of a sudden you get offered a project, and you can accept and decline it as you please. You're welcome. Yeah, I appreciate some likes and some shares and whatnot. Again, free things here. We already got the 200 roses. This is not the money-making type of live where we get gifts for stuff. We could care less about that, truth be told. Are there online options too? Or is it just brick and mortar? So for the merchandising, it's all going to be in location, brick and mortar. We are in the process of finding more remote and work from home opportunities. We've offered that in the past with certain companies, but they've chosen to go in a different direction, and then that no longer aligns with our business structure, so we just don't talk about them anymore. But we are trying to get more of the physical, the remote work from home positions and the job sites that offer them. Yes, so any referral codes that we do have are already written on the links when you click the website in the bio. Moby's code is written on there. It's P3VG. That will get you a free $3 when you complete your first Moby mission successfully if you use that code. Not everything we have has a referral code, but usually we try to beat them up for some type of sign-up bonus for you guys. That's okay, Wicked. That's okay. It's no big deal. I'm kind of late and disheveled as it is because I'm trying to get I had to take care of a whole bunch of stuff for the kids and for some friends around us, and then I kind of started driving towards the train station because I have to go pick up Joanna in a little while, and found the first place on the way that actually had a reliable job that I could do, so I just did the Eagle Eye really quick at the Stop and Shop, and then once I'm done here, I'm waiting to go on that way. Yeah, it's just, being pulled in a whole bunch of different directions is just difficult. Yeah, Lena, so I can't say that every time you're going to get paid same day, but I have noticed, an uptick on Moby specifically, just every once in a while getting really quick turnarounds on those projects. Field Agent usually has a reputation of being able to do that as well. But as the functionality of you getting paid goes, every one of these projects that I upload digitally, and they're just subject to approval. They just got to make sure that I didn't fake my way through that project, that they got the necessary information, and then they release the funds. We give companies up to 6 days to project turnaround because every company needs to run some form of payroll. Almost nothing's going to be instant. You're welcome, Jambalaya. But yes, that's what it goes. Michaela, so our littles are no longer little. Our youngest is now 9, and we have many older ones, so they don't need to come in the store with us anymore, but there were many years where we did take our littles with us. A lot of these projects are simple enough to where you can do these with the kiddo in the cart. If you guys saw me do the Eagle Eye mission where I was checking on the self-checkout, do you think you could put your kiddo in the cart and then just push it around as you take photos of the registers? I think you can, because I've definitely done a whole bunch of those. So we do remember. The only thing you can't do is you can't bring the cart into the back room with you. That's not going to fly because, But you can usually tell what your job requirements are before you go to that store. So, but yeah, for sure. We've definitely done it. Oh, 8 months old. That's such a fun age, though. That was my favorite time. With our youngest was when it was 8 to 13 months. The walking starts, the talking starts, all of the Brave New World experiences. I do miss those. And I've got nieces to live through that with now vicariously. So. But that's a lot of fun. Yes. Oh, he's your first. Awesome. Yep. Yeah, Swingo. So if this is brand new to you guys, if you just want more information, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and just lurk. We do this twice a day, most days. At the very least, we'll go live once a day. And sometimes we're in our kitchen because we run out of time, and sometimes we're out of town, and sometimes we're in the store like today. We kind of just go with the flow, but absolutely nothing to pay for. These are free apps with or without us. These apps have gotten us out of some really dark and decrepit situations over the years. The merchandising is just something that we're always able to come back to, and it's something that we can shrink and scale as our lives change financially. So at varying degrees, I've had other jobs, Joanna's had other jobs, we've had other businesses. We've done full-time, that's what we're doing right now with merchandising. We also run a TikTok business now. So, we move things around as our financial situation changes. So if you're somebody that is happy where you are, but you should want a little bit on the side, this is great for that, because this side hustle makes, again, it's very flexible to your time and your schedule. If you're not happy where you are and you just don't want to, free fall into the next part of your life without something to rely on, this is great for that as well. If you're partially or fully retired, you can get back in with this as well. If you're an avid gig worker and you already do things like DoorDash, Uber, and Instacart, this is right up your alley because you kind of get the rigor of, stop to stop to stop, and you can use these to maximize what you're earning in a day. You could be a college kid, you could be on state assistance, you could be military. There's everybody does this stuff. We have teachers do this, we have nurses do this, we have entrepreneurs do this. It's really just about, making it work for yourself. You can't get signed up, Rodney. Are you in the U.S.? Because most of our stuff is going to be U.S. based. Oh, thanks, Boss Mama. we appreciate you guys. I mean, again, we have a business structure where, like, we're fortunate enough to where we can offer what we offer and not have to charge you guys for it. The world of free apps is vast. It is confusing. It's got its own challenges, but one of the benefits is that we do not have to, charge you guys for anything. So at no point do you need to front a startup cost or anything like that. We don't promote any type of MLMs or pyramid schemes. They are predatory in nature. As far as speculative investments, they are just that. They're speculative, so we don't do crypto, we don't do NFTs, we don't do any of that stuff. There's more than enough saturation on those things as well. And, so the only thing that we charge for is completely optional. If you are somebody that wants more extra help getting going, if you have immediate questions as a beginner or somebody that's intermediate, I can straight up tell you that the customer services for these apps are very slow to respond. It's hard to get through it all. I can guarantee you that we can help you if you are running into issues repeatedly inside of stores trying to get your jobs done. If that's something that you want, there is a paid Discord service. The link to it is in the profile. It's called Joanna Lynn Official's Hustle Hub. Sorry, I can't spit that out. And again, I'm in there 24 hours a day. As long as I'm not sleeping, I'm answering questions in there, helping you guys, giving support, offering, tips, tricks, and otherwise. Sometimes we just talk crap. Sometimes we just, talk about nothing. We'll be building that. We'll be routing out the help desk essentially to a more well-rounded community. There will be exclusive content. There will be exclusive lives that people on TikTok and YouTube won't see. There will be a massive project archive to help you guys independently with your projects. We'll do like game nights and a whole ass community stuff, but it's only been live for a little while. I'm trying to get back in and building out the rest of what I want done, but it's a process. We're kind of trying to quell the waters of everything else going on in real life and in business life. So we're working on that. So the P3VG is the code for Moby. That's written in the profile. If we have a referral code for any one of the apps that we talk about, it's always written on the link itself when you click the link in the bio. But, yeah. So I got about 15, 20 minutes or so. And then I gotta go scoop up my wife. And you will see my wife on this evening's live when we do that. Let's see. You too, Patricia. Yeah, Shauna. So anytime we say the word gift card, that's always digital. That would be absolutely a nightmare if they just mailed you a gift card. That would be so stupid. Thankfully, the technology is sound enough to where we can just pass around digital gift cards. Even if you buy them off Amazon, they give you digital gift cards now. But yeah, so gift cards in essence are just a bit more cumbersome than regular cash. But when you have so many options to put those gift card balances to any gift cards that you want, it's usually not like a non-starter. You can get them on Amazon, you can get them to Target and Walmart. That right there is going to cover at least 70 to 80% of your regular needs. If it's bill related, you can contribute a lot of them to Visa gift cards. You can pay bills with them. I'm trying to think. But everything else is either going to be PayPal or it's going to be direct deposit cash. Yeah, so we do a lot more of the gaming stuff in the Discord if you want extra help with that stuff. But the TikTok does not like the gaming content, which is very hypocritical because I know what my TikTok ads look like. I get the same casino ads that you guys do, and we don't promote any of that stuff. But every time we start talking about it on TikTok, they're like, oh, 3-day ban. And you're just like, why? Why? You guys can show the ads privately, but I can't talk about them, and I'm not even talking about casino ads. It is what it is. So we'll be able to help you more with that stuff, but I can give you some general, pointers and stuff. If you can, those games are always going to want you to invite people and connect it to Facebook. That's going to give you free bonuses. A lot of the Facebook groups will have tips, tricks, and advice for you to efficiently level. There's people that have torn down and created so many accounts that they know the best way to level up through those things. It just takes some throughout the day management, collecting all the free things that you can, all your daily logins, all your hourly stuff. But they are designed to be challenging, so it's not going to be automatically. I actually have not talked to her about it, Green Eye Blind. She's only gone for a couple of days. I've been kind of just, involved in other things, so I didn't physically ask her. But we had a rough list of who we expected to be there as far as like companies. Generally, if I'm there, I'm obviously going to be the first to know, but this was the first business trip that I haven't gone on. I stayed home for this one. Yeah. Can you give me a specific name? Start. Oh, that was to Thurston. Good morning, Intercom. Right? Yeah. Yeah, so Rodney, if you're outside the U.S., it's probably going to be part of the issue. Everything that we talk about is going to be U.S.-based, and there is some availability in Canada and select countries around the world, but usually we just say U.S. You will, even if you try to use a VPN, you will not be successful in dodging international tax codes and language barriers and all of those things, especially U.S. tax code. Oh, North Carolina? Wow, I didn't see that part. Huh. So, and you're getting a language error? Yeah, exactly, Thurston. That's exactly how I feel of like, yeah. It's, at the end of the day, it's all just about money. Who's paid, who's paid to have the advertisements. Yeah. So, Angela, I think it's 2 weeks from now. I think we're going to Hershey 2 weeks from now. And we will definitely be doing some work out in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Anytime we go on the road, travel any decent amount of ways, we try to get, different projects to bring. Usually not Africa either, Joan. Yeah. So, yeah, you'd probably have to, if you're having that error, you're going to have to reach out to support with, I think you said Moby, right? You're going to have to reach out to their support email, which is support@getmoby.com. I think that's their support email. You can find it on the app itself, or you can do a quick Google search and find it and see what's going on. You can also try to, update your app. I don't know if you have any implicit language that's different on your phone, but that's a very odd error. I've never encountered that one, so you're going to have to talk to them. Yeah. Yeah, there are some, especially in the mobile gaming world, there are some physical software limitations. I think the oldest you're allowed to have for a phone in most cases is iPhone 10. I can't verify that 100% because I don't have an iPhone 10, so it's not usually something I have to think about. But I do know that I've seen that in passing on some of the mobile stuff. What's up, Rocky? What's going on? We're just, we're hanging. I did a really quick field agent. Can't say it. Moby can't do the Moby. Yeah. So again, all of these apps, the most important thing for you to do is just get out and to try them. Have a few successes. Even if the job takes you 8 times longer than it's supposed to, and you feel defeated, and you're like, that was not worth it at all. The next time you go do it, you're going to be a bit more prepared. You're looking for a 5% improvement every time that you try this, to eventually where you get to a point where you can have like a couple of projects you can do reasonably well to where you can get them in about 15 minutes or less. Again, you're not paid on commission or anything, so that's not, your performance by and large is not relevant because you just get paid by the job. Whether it takes you 5 minutes or 50 minutes, it's going to pay the same amount in most cases. And some of these do have hourly positions if you'd rather just pick up a shift and instead of just, travel and hop to hop from place to place. But just get some of those initial successes under your belt. See the money actually come in. Okay, this thing works. I'm going to go do this again and again and again and again. And again, the more you do, the better opportunities that you'll show up. They pay attention to who does work in specific territories, and they will come to you first. I'm very sorry, Whoville. I'm actually going to pick her up after this live. She's coming in from New York City on the train. So I'm going to pick her up once I'm done here. I should take my phone off Do Not Disturb, though. Make sure that I didn't get a text message. Oh, yeah, he texted. I'll be out. All right. So on that note, I bid you adieu. Today was a little bit short as far as live time, but we'll make it work. But we will be live this evening. I'm not sure where we'll be or what's going on. I'll let Joanna decide what we're doing tonight. If it ends up being that she's exhausted from the business trip and we just are going to stay in, we'll stay in. I'll let her make that decision. But in any case, all this stuff is free. You're not going to digest everything that I've thrown at you in one single live. So we just encourage you guys to hit the follow, pay for nothing because this stuff is all free with or without us. Do some of your, try some of these apps in your spare time, download some, watch some of the videos that'll get you some context as to what we do here. Write down some questions, and then we'll be back tonight between 8 and 10 Eastern Standard Time. Also consider joining the Discord if you want a little bit of extra help. Again, totally optional. It's the only paid service that we have, but it is there available for you. So until then, we will see you tonight. Bye-bye.